Hi everybody, Eli here, and you're watching Time Driven. Thanks for tuning in today. So today I want to tell you a little bit about one of my most special car ownership experiences, and that's the ownership experience of my very first Mazda Miata. I've owned a number of sports cars and have enjoyed the experiences they've all had to offer. My most valuable ownership experience, though, was my first Miata. The car community has coined the acronym Miata is always the answer, and after owning a couple of them, I completely understand why. My Miata journey began with my first sports car, a 2002 Porsche 911 Cabriolet. You heard that right, my Miata journey began with a 911. Hear me out here. As soon as I had the money to buy a sports car, I jumped into the deep end and bought a high-mileage 996 with questionable service history and no performance driving experience. Just look at me back then. I thought I was so cool. My time with the car was spent driving very conservatively. It was more car than I could use. I was also worried that at any moment something could go catastrophically wrong that would bankrupt me immediately. Amidst my poor decisions, the discomfort and an alarming amount of oil consumption led me to trade the 911 in on a 2002 NB Miata. The Miata I bought was in great shape with relatively low miles. The dealer also cut me a check on top of my trade, which gave me some financial breathing room. My first drive in the Miata made me feel comfortable and right at home instantly. I wasn't afraid to drive it more spiritedly and wasn't worried about catastrophic failures. It certainly wasn't a fast car, but it gave great sensation of speed. Over the next year of ownership, I drove my Miata every chance I could and racked up thousands of happy, trouble-free miles. As I drove the car more and more, I became a better driver. As a young, inexperienced driver, if I screwed up in something like the 911 I had, the results could have been frightening. In the Miata, if I made an error, the car would just give me a little slap on the wrist, and I'd learn from my mistake. When the time came for me to move up to my Lotus Elise and future Porsches, the driving lessons from my Miata really paid off. So what makes the Miata so good? It's predictable, well-balanced, small, light, tossable, and offers a relatively analog driving experience. Its small but reliable four-cylinder motor offers enough power to have fun without shattering speed limits. The sensation of speed and engaging drive always left me with a smile on my face. Additionally, I think the Miata is styled well and the interior is well laid out, simple and nice looking. Anytime I find myself back in the driver's seat of a Miata, I feel right at home. I've owned other Miatas since my first one and hope to add another one back to the collection in the future. If you're someone who is looking for your first sports car or something reliable and fun to drive, you should definitely consider any generation of Mazda Miata. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd consider subscribing to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Have you owned a Miata? Tell me about your experience in the comments below. Take care.